Hello there. Thank you for taking a moment to watch this video, and on this particular training, I want to talk to you about caller ID. You know, that phone number that we're displaying to your contacts as you're making calls using PhoneBurner. And as many of you know, you can purchase phone numbers through PhoneBurner so that you can better manage the reputation of those phone numbers, as well as dynamically change the caller ID as you're moving from one call to the next during a dial session. And you can also create different pools of phone numbers to help you better manage callbacks for specific calling campaigns. And what I want to talk to you about on this specific training is callback management using call flows. So let's go ahead and jump out of this dial session. And in PhoneBurner, we're going to go to our number settings. And in your number settings, you'll see your inventory. And of course, if you don't have any numbers, you can purchase numbers right through here as well. But for those of you who have phone numbers, you'll see them all listed here in your inventory, broken out into different number pools. So let's say, for example, you're doing a win-back campaign. And as your team is making calls to these specific contacts, you might want to display a specific group of phone numbers so that you can manage all of those callbacks in a very specific way. And of course, every number pool has its own callback routing strategy. And in this particular case, I currently have this pool configured to the last caller, which means the system is going to dynamically choose who to route that callback to based off of who was the last person to call that contact. And a lot of times that is the best strategy. However, let's say when you're doing this win-back call campaign, you want a little bit more control. We have a feature in the system called call flow. So let me go ahead and cancel out of this. I'm going to scroll up to the top and I'm going to go to the inbound settings. In the inbound settings, I have an option over here called call flows. Now what our call flows feature allows you to do right now is to create a key press menu that would be applied to any phone numbers that are routed back to this call flow. Now let's think about how this could potentially help us with our win-backs call campaign. So let's go ahead and create a new call flow. I'm going to call this call flow win-backs. So the next thing we need to choose is what we're going to do with each key press. Let's go ahead and start with key press number 1. And now I need to choose what PhoneBurner should do when somebody presses 1. In this case, I have two options. I can either direct them to a specific member on my team, and let's say Heather is our win-back specialist. And so we might have in our greeting, press 1 to talk to Heather, our win-back specialist. And then let's add another key press. So we'll choose number 2 here. And so in this particular case, we're going to set up number 2 to forward to a specific phone number. So I choose forward. Once I choose that specific action, I can choose any of the phone numbers that I have personally validated in my account to forward those calls to. And so I'm going to go ahead and choose one of these phone numbers. Obviously, you would have your own numbers in there. And in this particular case, number 2 might be, hey, press number 2 if you'd just like to be connected to our support team so that they can help answer any questions that you have about reactivating your account with us. And of course, you can just keep adding additional key presses until you've used up all of the options. And then finally, we need to record the greeting. What are people going to hear when they call back any of the phone numbers associated with the number pool that this call flow is assigned to? This is where it can become really special. We're creating a very specific outbound calling campaign. As we're making those calls, we're sending emails, leaving voicemails, and potentially even sending text messages that are specific to the win-backs call campaign. And so now our inbound greeting can match all of the outbound information that we're sending out there. And of course, when you want to add that greeting, you have two options: uploading a greeting or recording a greeting. Obviously, if you're going to upload that, you would need to have that file already prepared or recorded on your system, and then you would just upload an MP3 file. Or you can record a greeting right in the product. So I'm going to go ahead and choose record greeting. And now you'll see I have this record button. So I can click on this, allow access, and now I can start recording. Hey, thank you for calling back. We're so happy that you're And of course, if you make a mistake, go ahead and stop. I'm going to trash that. And let's start over. Hello, thank you for giving us a call back. We're so happy that you're looking at our system once again. If you'd like to talk to our member specialist, Heather, press 1. If you'd just like to talk to anybody on the support team, go ahead and press 2. Again, thank you for taking a look at our system once again, and we look forward to helping you get more done in less time using the power of PhoneBurner. Thanks again. Bye for now. Go ahead and record that, and I'm going to save it. Now I've got my greeting. I can go ahead and submit this. Now we have a new call flow saved on our account. And of course, right now it's not being used. I can click on Assign Numbers, or I can go to my number settings. I'm going to click on Assign Numbers. Both of these are going to take us to our numbers inventory. Now I just need to go down to my win-back campaign, edit this pool, choose call flow as my routing strategy, and I'll see my win-backs call flow listed as an option here. Now I'll go ahead and submit that. And now you'll see that the win-backs call campaign is assigned to my win-backs call flow. And any callbacks to any of the phone numbers that are part of this win-backs number pool will be routed to that call flow. So they're going to hear the greeting. Again, that greeting can be made very specific to the phone numbers that will be assigned to it. And then, of course, they'll press the number key to get routed to the appropriate person. So anyway, that's how you can start taking advantage of call flows to better manage any callback to any one of your phone numbers on any number pool. Thanks again, and happy dialing.